Good afternoon. This is check of mic. If it's working well, we will see if you can hear us. Good afternoon. This is check of mic. It's working well. Okay, so by this we want to officially welcome you on this webinar. We are really grateful for the interest that you have put in. We didn't expect it that much people on this event, so we hope that you will really enjoy it. We hope that the quality will be good enough that you will hear everything what you need, and we are quite looking forward to this. We will just firstly briefly introduce us. We are two here who will share our experience and who will talk about ISEC. So my name is Marek Strečko. I'm 24 years old. I am originally from Brno. I was on my internship in Bulgaria, and currently I am working in ISEC. So I have a lot of knowledge that I can share with you how the internships are working, and you can have any questions you want.
And hey, my name is Petra. I'm here because 2 years ago I was abroad with ISEC. I was in Indonesia, and actually I would like to share my story with you. And about me briefly, I'm 26. Right now I'm working in a bank. I'm working in UniCredit Bank as a recruitment specialist, and I'm finishing my my master degree, hopefully this year.
Perfect. So we are here just for you. What we need to say that because of the techniques, there is bit delay between what we are saying and what you are hearing. So we are like talking to you from the future or from the past. We don't know exactly. There is some delay. So please be patient with the answers to the questions. And for the flow, firstly, we will say something about ISEC and about how it's working. Then we will share our stories. And for all the time, please pay attention and write down your notes. And in the end, there will be space for your questions. So please do not write into the chat your questions now, but you will be given by time in the end, let's say in 40 or 45 minutes. So let's start with this webinar. Firstly, we want to say that we are from organization ISEC, which has a really long history. It's working internationally from 1948. So we have cool tradition, and these internships are a really good name in the world and in Czech Republic as well. And what ISEC is about. The main idea is that we as ISEC wants to develop young people. Especially we want to develop leadership skills in them, to be aware and to make positive impacts on society, because we really want to take care of surrounding and of people around us. And what does it mean exactly, leadership? Maybe you're asking for this word. We want to really support people to be developed in these areas. We really want people to believe in themselves, that they, by the experience abroad, they are really aware of who they are, what are their strong sides, weak sides, what do they want to do in the future. We also want to encourage them that, okay, you are a young person, you are from 20 to 25, let's say, but still as individual, you can really bring some change. Also by internships, we really want to support open-mindedness of the people, because we are really influenced by medias and by stories of our friends or maybe people from work or other students. But the best thing you can do to understand other countries is to go there and spend there some time with locals. Another thing, it's really understanding myself, as I said, to see the strengths, weaknesses, passions, to see that everybody is good in something and everybody is totally bad in something. And if you know it, you can really understand it and you can use this knowledge to lead the people. And in the end, we really want to somehow raise people who are caring about the others, who are caring about the society. You can imagine it that you don't need to change the world, but you can take care really of the neighborhood where you are living. So we will really create people who are not just blaming the others and who are not, let's say, bitching that much about the society, but the people that are actually wanting to make a change. For this, and how we are striving to create those people, we have actually these two programs of abroad internships. And I think this is the reason why you are here. So you can see logos of Global Talent and Global Citizen. Global Talent are working professional internships. Global Citizen are cultural volunteering internships. When we are going through your expectations from this meeting, you asked us a lot of questions, and here are some of the answers. Here are the basic conditions of both programs. In Global Talent, the main fields where you can work is marketing, education, and IT. The length is from 3 to 18 months. It depends on job description, it depends on the countries. We have 6 country partners that you can go to, and really you can choose from those fields and from different lengths of the internship. In the database currently is more than 5,000 opportunities in this program for you, and they are really diverse, and it's up to you what is your preferences. What we as ISEC Czech Republic or particular local committee will provide you for the internship is firstly cultural preparation and education. It's about how to live abroad, how to get ready, about vaccination, about the culture shock, what you can expect there. You will have possibility to meet people who were in those countries, and you can get really ready to live not in the hotels or on the beaches, but really in the cities with locals, and that you will be really ready to experience something deeper than just holiday. Then you are going on internship, and after internship, we'll again take care of you, and we will do so-called debriefing of experience, because we want to make you think about what happened on the internship and how it changed you in the way of open-mindedness, how it influenced your strengths, weaknesses, and so on. Also, what we are providing as home entity, ISEC Czech Republic, we will communicate with you during internship, we will help you with all the administration, we will give you support, so the internship will be as smooth as possible. Then on the other side, what Host ISEC committee provides you, in Global Talent, they will give you salary according to country standards. We can say that in Czech Republic, for example, interns are receiving 12,000 crowns, which is enough to live properly. So in Brazil, you can expect a specific amount of money. In Germany, it will be totally different. So the fee or the salary is not the same, but it's the same according to purchase parity. Then what we are also providing you is again the care. The people from abroad committee will help you again with the administration. They will come for you to airport or bus, train, depends on you how you will travel there. And they will really help you during whole internship with the communication. If there will be any problems or any activities that you need help with, they are always there. What you as intern are paying, it's firstly fee to ISEC. For Global Talent, it's in total 9,000 crowns, and it's divided into the two parts. I will talk about this later. And then it's travel costs, insurance, and visas. For Global Citizen, the main difference is between job description. You can see that main work field is cultural education, teaching languages, and teaching about entrepreneurship. It's also shorter. It's usually from 6 to 8 weeks, and we have bit different country partners. Again, as Home ISEC entity, we are providing cultural preparation, debriefing of experience, and communication during internship. And then, as you are here as volunteer, Host ISEC committee provides you usually accommodation. The only country from country partners that is not providing this is Sri Lanka. Then you usually have food or public transportation. I will, for example, talk about this in my own story from internship. And again, host committee is providing you with all support with administration. They are picking you from the airport or bus. They are helping with everything that is needed. And what you are paying is the same. It's fee. For Global Citizen, it's lower. It's 5,000 crowns. And again, you're paying travel costs, insurance, and visas. I'm really sure that you will have a lot of questions about this. And again, I will ask you to write the questions after the program. You will see, and we will ask you to write them. Here is then the flow of experience, how it's going. That firstly you need to apply if you are all interested. You will meet with a local committee. We have 10 committees in Czech Republic, so you can choose the one that is closest to you according to registration, for example. You will get somebody from ISEC Czech Republic that will help you with all the administration before internship. You will go for preparation seminar where you will talk about the cultural experience, how to live abroad, about some legal stuff, about how to get ready for visas or vaccinations. It's really practical things. And we will talk also about the stuff, how to understand foreign cultures and how to work with these different mindsets and so on. Then, when you have internship, when you will already find it, you will really face different working culture, and you will be really forced to understand what is behind, because you will see just behaviors of people abroad, and you will need to understand that it's based on the beliefs, that it's based on religion, on history, and on culture as such. And you will see that different things are done with really different intentions, and it's one of the best things that you can really experience on internship. And then when you will come back, you will see that it don't need to be influenced just by culture or different nation or race. It can be really influenced also by the personality and these skills, how to work in foreign culture. You will really use here in Czech Republic again. Then when you will come back, there are two main actions. It's debriefing with members of local ISEC committee. You will go through the experience, you will give us feedback. We will talk with you about how was it, what did you learn there, and so on. And then we have prepared for you a really special event. It's called Talents of Tomorrow. And you will be meeting companies that will help you to see how you can use your experience that you have got on internship and how you can use it here in Czech Republic to let's say be better on the labor market, or how to really use it for your own business, or whatever you want to do in the future. So this was the practical part and a lot of information, and we will now see how it can really be on the internship.
So guys, this is my part. I already introduced myself, but let's do it again. My name is Petra, and 2 years, actually 3 years already, 3 years ago, I decided that I want to go abroad. It was actually this time, 3 years ago during the winter. I was wondering, like, yeah, what should I do during the summer? I really want to do something special, like really special. And so I found this opportunity that with ISEC you can go abroad. And you can go really to exotic countries. And I wanted to go to really something different. So I applied, and I started to search for my internship. And probably during the March, I found this really, really cool internship in Indonesia. And I actually want to tell you how was it there. So Indonesia, why Indonesia? I wanted something special, as I said, and as well I wanted something or some internship I can really learn about the culture. And Indonesia offer you host families. It means that you can all the time, all your internships spent in host family. You can really get close to the culture and really see how the people are living there. And actually, this picture is from my family, of my host family. As you can see, I was the only, let's say, white person there. I was the only blonde girl in the family, but they were so nice to me. They really took me as a daughter, as a sister, and I had really great time with them. And thanks to this, that I could stay in the family, I really got to know the culture. I got to know like what they do in the morning, how they spend the weekends, how they celebrate the holidays and everything. So I really appreciate that, and it was very, very cool. I was not the only person in this family who was from abroad. At the same time, this family hosted a girl from Venezuela. You can see her right next to me. And yeah, we got really close and we got really as sisters during the internship. My internship was, as I said, Indonesia, and in the capital city of Indonesia. The capital city is Jakarta. I don't know if you've ever heard about Jakarta, but it's one of the biggest cities in the world. It has more than 20 million inhabitants, with all the suburbs of this. And this is a picture of the city center. As you can see, Indonesia, Asia, you maybe say, yeah, it's not so modern there. But yes, it was so modern and so cool. And Jakarta was all the time full of cars, full of these motorbikes, and full of people, because 20 million, yeah, that's a lot. But even though the city center was so modern and a lot of cool new cars, you could always meet, these traditional vehicles there. This is like, and it's not a motorbike, it's something as a motorbike with 3 wheels. And next to this modern stuff, you could also meet like traditional people and traditional food on the street. And this is what I really liked a lot about that. ISEC prepared you a lot before you go for the internship. You have this special seminar where they teach you about how to get to know new culture, how to handle the culture shock and this. In this huge city, Jakarta, there was actually no historical stuff. Absolutely no. The only monument which was in the city was this huge thing, and everyone was taking picture of it. So I had to take a picture as well. But as I was saying about the preparation, I still prepare you for the culture shock. Before you go for internship, you got to meet some internationals, some people who already went on internship. They speak about it and this. But I think the real culture shock is something really awesome. And of course, my culture shock came during the first week. Yes, this is the picture of our bathroom. As you can see, there is no shower. Traditional Indonesian shower is the things you can see on the left. The barrel with water, you just pour the water on you, no shower. No normal toilet. The thing, this Turkish toilet everywhere, no normal toilet, no hot water. I really got to used to that. Especially like washing my hair was really hard. But after like 14 days, it was really okay. And it was not the only culture shock I got. The other things was these animals. I don't know if you know what this is, but this is cockroach. In Czech is schwab. So all these cockroaches were all around, everywhere. And sometimes it was really hard to get used to it. But after like 14 days, you don't even care about them. And yes, Jakarta, as it's really huge, it has a lot of slums, a lot of places where poor people live. And these slums are full of garbage, and it doesn't really smell good there. And this, but even though I met these, it was different, yeah. But even though all these things, I really fell in love with Indonesia. And I fell in love because of its richness, of its culture. And one thing I really loved there was food. I like food in general, but let's say the Indonesian food was very, very special and very cool. In Indonesia, you can buy food on the street, like for, 5 crowns, if you count it in Czech, 5-10 crowns, and it's delicious. On the really top, you see a picture of, I forgot the name of it. Satay. It's satay. It's this meat on a stick, made on grill, with a sauce from peanuts, and it's so good. It's delicious, guys. It's delicious. And you can buy it for like 5-10 crowns. It's like, why not? Yes, so food was really awesome, and more food here. I mean, you can try really a lot of kind of fish there. It's again like very cheap, and it's everywhere there, and it's fresh. It's very, very good. And on the left, you can see the special fruit. I don't know if you have ever seen it, but it's durian. It's a special fruit from Asia. It smells very weird. People hate the smell. I don't hate it so much, but they hate it so much that you cannot even take it on the plane with you. You cannot take it out of the country. So if you want to try this special fruit, go to Asia, go to Indonesia, because it's very cool. My host family was so nice that they took me to a traditional Indonesian wedding. In the middle, on the picture, you can see the wedding pair, the woman and the boy, and yeah, they took me there. It was very, very nice to see it. What was weird for me that this wedding couple, they had to stay there in the room like that, like for a whole day. They couldn't even move because people wanted to take pictures with them. They didn't even enjoy the wedding day because they had to stay there. But it was very nice to see it and take a picture with them. But of course, I was not there to just enjoy it and to try the food and this. I was there mainly because I wanted to go to work there, and I chose a program which was focused on the kids in the slums. And I was teaching there a small class of kids English, and let's say teaching them about other cultures and this. This was a street where my class was. As you can see, yeah, it's slum. First weeks I was really scared to go there because it doesn't look really safe. But after like several days, I really found out that people are so nice there. They would never ever do something bad to you. But this is a street where I was teaching, and this is a house where my class was. It was a house of one woman who lived, who's still living, I think, in a slum, and she decided she wanted to do something special for her kids. And she opened this class, and she agreed if I said that they will bring their people from abroad and they will teach them. So this was my class. And these are my kids. These are my kids. As you can see, these kids are from like 2 to, I don't know, 12, 13 years old. I don't even know because sometimes you know how old they are. And as I said, I was teaching English. It was 3 times a week. It was kind of hard from the beginning for me because we didn't speak English. I didn't spoke Bahasa Indonesia, which is the language in Indonesia. So all the time I had there with me two people who translate for me. And at the beginning I was kind of sad from it because I saw the conditions they were living in. But then I'm somehow, learn something from it, and I really started to enjoy the lessons with them because these kids, even though they didn't have anything, absolutely anything, they were so nice to me. They were listening to me, and I was happy that I can spend the time with them because I knew that if I wouldn't be there, they would be somewhere on the street. So even though I'm not sure if I taught them a lot of English, I try my best. But I know that the time they spent with me was really, really important for them because I was the first, let's say, white-skinned person they have ever seen. I was the first blonde person they have ever seen. They were always touching me and saying like, "Yeah, your hair are we or not, and how come you have blue eyes?" I thought it doesn't exist, So I was really happy to share with them my culture, to show them that the world is really big and they can really learn a lot from it. There's another picture of my class. This is from the last teaching. So I can really see that the kids are different age. And yeah, but they were really awesome. And really, really back, there's this woman in red clothes. This is the woman who opened the class and who actually invited me there to teach. Here's a picture of the teachers of the class. Let's say on the right you can see me and another girl from Vietnam who was teaching there with me, and then 3 girls from Indonesia who were translating for us. As I said, I tried to teach them or to show them as much as I could about my culture. So I brought some stuff with me, like a flag and some special food from Czech Republic and this. And I was telling them like how it looks here. And as well as I was trying to say them that there is not only Indonesia in the world, but there is a lot of other countries around the world. You can see my drawing skills are not the best. They try really hard to show them it. So this was my teaching experience, and this is very nice because I still am somehow in contact with this class. Almost every half a year, I got a message from them, and I usually make some small video for them, like that I forgot about them, and I'm still here, and somehow motivate them to still learn and to still go to the school, even to this kind of school. Yes. And this is my favorite boy from my class. I somehow wanted to show you how the kids looks there. It's my favorite boy, and he was really, really cute. And you can see something very special in this picture as well, not just the boy, but there is a motorbike. Even though it was a slum, people really had nothing there, no money, no anything. They had a motorbike. Because without motorbike, you cannot get anywhere in Indonesia. You had to have one. Okay. What was really cool about this ISEC internship was that I was not only person from abroad there. In Jakarta, there was several projects running in the same time, and we created a really nice group of people teaching there or being on internship. And this is a picture. You can see me with my friends who were working in Jakarta as well through ISEC. There's a girl from Romania, a boy from Italy, Netherlands, Venezuela, a guy from India. It was really nice because during the day we were working in this class, and in the evening you could really have fun, a lot of fun with these people. And as well, I could really learn a lot from them because again, different culture, different language, and everything. In the end of my internship, I was there for 7 weeks. In the end of my internship, I decided I want to go to travel a little bit about Indonesia. So we created this group of 7 girls from all around the world, and we decided we want to travel. So we decided we want to go to Bali. Probably the first thing which came to your mind with Bali is these beautiful beaches and sun and this. But actually, Bali is not so much for this beachy stuff and this. It's mainly about culture. Bali is full of temples, of Hinduistic temples, and rich rich with culture. We spent there about 10 days. And then we decided we want to go travel a little bit more, and we decided to go to some small islands which are close to Bali. And these islands were these dreamly islands where you want to just be and lie on the beach. And what is special about Bali and these close islands is that it's really, let's say, free in thinking. And a lot of people go there for party. A lot of people around the world. You could meet really a lot of teams, or let's say bunch of people traveling around Indonesia and then having party in Bali. Yeah, and I will not comment this picture. I think you can make your own idea how it looks there. Yes, and this is a picture I was talking about in a small island close to Bali, where you can really live this beautiful beaches with clear water. And there were no people, never ever alone you. So it was really, after 7 weeks teaching in slums, it was really calming and really resting for me. Okay, here's another picture of me with my girls having fun in the water. So this was actually, let's say, my last week in Indonesia. So after 6 weeks or 7 weeks of having really, really strong and rich learning and experience with Indonesian culture, with slums, with Indonesian family, then having like 10 or 12 days of really fun and rest, I went home, and I was full of new ideas, so full of experience I wanted to share, and this. And I really believe that every person should really try this, because you can really learn a lot about yourself. And I'm really happy I could have this experience, because I somehow found out what I want to do, what I'm strong in, and that life is very, very nice. So, and now actually, even though it's 3 years after, I'm still somehow taking inspiration from it. And very nice thing is that I'm already working, right? Before I started to work, I went through really a lot of interviews, and every interview, people are asking about the internship, how it was cool and this. So these things can give you a lot about yourself, but as well it can help you in your future a lot, not just speaking about the job. Okay, this is okay. I have a little more pictures here, but as we are running out of time, I will somehow split them, and I will ask Mara to come back and speak about his experience.
So hello, I'm back again. I hope I will speak slowly so you will understand me well. Yeah, this is my picture from my internship in Bulgaria back then. Right now I look really differently. On this picture I am younger, I'm slimmer, so yeah, let's say that I'm as pretty as I'm on the picture right now. So as I said, I was in Bulgaria. It was also in year 2011. It was after my first year in university, and the thing why I wanted to go abroad was mainly that I really wanted to experience somewhere differently than I was experiencing before. I was still in Czech Republic, and although I was a lot of times abroad because of orienteering, I was doing different training camps abroad. I was always close with people in the rooms, and we are talking in Czech. And actually, although I have traveled all around Europe, I don't know anything about those countries. So I wanted to go there and to really spend more time with people, with Bulgarians, and to really see and challenge myself to speak with people. In the time I was really introverted type of people. I wasn't talking that much. I was really scared of my English. because okay, I was skilled in grammar and in vocabulary, but I wasn't able to speak. Since then, it's quite vice versa, I would say. I'm not scared to speak, but I'm doing a lot of mistakes. But I'm glad for this because without speaking, grammar is for nothing. So, as I said, I was in Bulgaria. I was in the capital in Sofia, and even buying a ticket was the first experience. I'm kind of person that is doing stuff on the last time, and my train was departing in the morning on Sunday, I think. And I was thinking, okay, I will buy a ticket in the morning. But fortunately, I did it day before in the night, and I was buying this single ticket for 30 minutes because firstly, it was really expensive and it cost more than 3,000 crowns because I traveled by train. So I was supposed to create Incarta and so on, and I was trying to find some photo. And the lady on the cashier, she was really helping me. So in the end, it took me 30 minutes, but I saved 1,500 crowns. So I was really glad that I took it in advance, and in the end, it was really great. I was traveling for 24 hours, and again, first culture shock was on my way in the train. I was changing in Belgrade, and really, I wasn't expecting that in Serbia they are using Cyrillic Azbuka. So I came there. I had 5 minutes to change the train, and I wasn't able to read anything on the tables, and I wasn't able to find my train. So I started to shout, "Sofia, Sofia!" And some people pointed on the train, and fortunately, I got it. So this was the start. Uh, I was working in a team of four. You can see on left, it's Anri, she's from Japan. In the middle, it's Aga from Poland. And on the right, it's Lisa from Ukraine. So we were kind of Slovaks Japanese team, and we were working in orphanage. I spent in Bulgaria 7 weeks, and I must say that it was really opening eyes experience, and I have realized that here in Czech Republic we can be really glad for what we have. So it was a lot about humility. I was working there with those children, and I was supposed to teach them English. Really soon we have realized that the conditions that they have are quite different from what we have here in Czech Republic. It was kids from 6 to 10 years, and we realized that although they have primary school really next to the orphanage, they are not going there because parents of, let's say, normal kids who are attending the school, they were really unsatisfied with the fact that children from that orphanage are with their children in the classrooms. So anytime any children of that orphanage made some mistake or were behaving bad, they were kicked out of school. So really soon we have realized that for them it's not important to speak English, but it's important to learn Cyrillics. It's important to learn to count. It's important to learn to read and to speak properly. So we changed a lot job description of our internship, and actually this is one of the coolest things on the internships that on Global Citizen internships you can really make the work according to you. That you have really freedom in how you will achieve the goal. And actually, our goal, and it's demonstrating the situation. Our goal was that we should help at least one children to to somehow be saved from that orphanage and to be moved to second one. And we were told that those children from this big orphanage are growing to be prostitutes, robbers, and murderers. So yeah, we had really amazing amazing surrounding there, and with this idea we were going there every day. That more than 90 children that were there in the future will have not such a great life. So that's why we were working properly with them, and we were really trying to somehow show them how it can be, and to cooperate with another orphanage in the way that they will take at least someone. In the end, I must say that we managed to move one person for this orphanage to second one, so we were at least somehow successful. What was great, a part of the work, is that we were traveling a lot along Bulgaria. Girls were traveling to the sea. I stayed in Sofia. But what was really cool, because I love mountains and I've persuaded the others that let's go for mountains. So we were really enjoying time together. Yeah, it was quite high. It was my highest mountain that I have ever climbed. So I have really cool memories for this. The mountain is called Černý vrch, Herný vrch, something like this. So you can see some beautiful sceneries there. If you have ever been to Bulgaria, you can see, for example, wait, oh, you can't, but there is Rila, like the mountains, there is Pirin, and it's one of the most beautiful mountains in Europe, at least on Balkans. Yeah, some pictures. Here you can see again some people. Two on the left, it's me and Lisa. Two on the right, it's Henri and Aga. And in the middle, it's Isaacers who are taking care of us. They were always there, and even it was during summer, and they were supposed to have, I guess, free time. They were really giving efforts to make us happy and to really prove that they are here for us. We are going for trips, for parties. I must say that it was a really great time during this summer. Here are again some pictures. Yeah. As I was member of ISEC in the time, I had chance to attend ISEC conference, but it's not that important. But one funny fact from that conference was that vegetarians one day, they have received for lunch fried cheese, as we have here in Czech Republic, Aydam or something like this. And everyone was disgusted. What the hell is this food about? This cheese is not cheese. So I tried it and it was quite normal. And I was really thinking, what is this about? And then vice versa, I was in a shop in Fantastico. It's something like penny market. And I bought the cheese and it was disgusting. It was totally different that I was used to here in Czech Republic. And then I found out that there are some white cheeses and that there are some blue cheeses and some yellow cheeses. And Aydam is yellow and Bulgarians hate it. And the one that I bought, it was white and I hate it. So it was cheese story, and it was first of the things, okay, what can be really different. Then as we were traveling, this picture is from Plovdiv. Again, we had bit culture experience and mainly from history. We started to talk about the World War II. And because Lisa is from Ukraine, she was sharing how Ukrainians are celebrating the end of the war. That they have really huge manifests there, and they are celebrating the veterans, and they have some fairs and carnivals. Then I said that okay, in Czech Republic we are not celebrating that much. In Poland, Aga said, okay, we are also not celebrating that much. And then in the end, Henri said, we lost, we are not celebrating as well. And then we started to think, okay, so for someone, the end of the war can be happy, for some of them can be unhappy. That really every event or every situation can have two sides of the coin. Well, right now people in Japan, they are really happy that the war ended, yeah, but still they are not celebrating it. We are following this discussion and we are already talking, for example, what's happening in Japan, that every single Japanese person have visited Nagasaki and Hiroshima, because it's momentum of what can happen if people will get a little bit mad. So we had a lot of discussions like this. Yeah, here you can see picture of beer. Czech beer is the best and it's the cheapest one. So even in East or in the Balkans, beer is not cheaper than here in Czech Republic. So let's be glad for this. I'm from Brno and I'm used for Star Brno, and they had it there, but still the beers are not that good. And yeah, here you can see again that for me it was a bit challenging that I spent really 7 weeks just with girls. And from the beginning, you can say that it was really cool. But for me, in the end, it was again a little bit experience to not to have anyone to speak about like men stuff. It can sound really weird, but maybe if you have similar experience, you can approve that in a team, in working team or anywhere on holidays, in some bunch of people or in classroom, you need to have some diversity, and this can be also one of the factors. But it was really funny. We really enjoyed a lot of fun, and as I am introvert and Lisa is the biggest extrovert I have ever known, she was speaking and speaking and speaking, and I was staring from the window without no word. And in the end, she was just amazed. It's amazing how you can stare from the window in the bus for 30 minutes and not say any word. I'm not able to do this. So I have a lot of stories from Ukraine, and she has just a few stories from Czech Republic. But I think that we got friends, all we formed the main interns from that internship, and we are not in touch now, but we weren't back, and since it's a long time. Anri was visiting Europe, but we didn't have chance to meet. So maybe one day we all will go to Japan and we will meet in Tokyo. Yeah, so this was my experience. When I got back, I was really glad that I can speak English, that I can speak with different people, and I understand it how great it is to live in Czech Republic, because we are just used to for what we have, and we are still complaining. And instead of complaining, it's better to stand up and do something. So this was my experience. And right now, again, because we can see that there is some delay between what we are saying and what you are hearing, uh, we will move to questions and answers. So right now, we will give you exactly 5 minutes to write your questions into the chat on YouTube, and then we will start answering them in the order how you will write it. So thanks for listening so far, and wait for answers for your questions in 5 minutes from now. Okay, cool. So we are back again, and here are questions. First one is any IT or technical interns. Uh, if it's meant, if you will hear any story, unfortunately not. But we are providing IT and technical internships. Next question. Do you offer also any internships in finance? Yes, there are quite a lot of them, and then it depends on what countries you want to visit. So, for more information, I would ask you to go to the meeting with the local committee, and then they will show you exactly where finance internships are. Another question: is it causal that the salary cover all costs? uh, it's usual that in global talent, the professional internships where you are receiving salary, you can easily cover the basic costs: accommodation, food, basic traveling. Then it depends on the work and on the company. Uh, if you can really use those salary also for like advanced traveling or visiting other countries. But really the basic costs you can cover from any salary that you will receive. Another question is, it's for Petya.
It's for me, from Patrick Borisek, and it's how would you describe the mentality of Indonesians? Well, people in Indonesia, they are very, very nice. They're very nice and hospitable. They really want to show you how their culture looks like. They somehow want to promote it, so they take you everywhere. They're always smiling to you. They, take you to all the things they can. They show you everything. Um, the one thing I didn't like about them is that they were gossiping a lot. In front of you it was everything is fine, don't worry, be happy. But then you found out that they're gossiping about you. It's what I didn't like, and it's really usual. You're always gossiping, always, always, always. Yes, but in general they're very nice, they're hospitable, and they're scared of people from abroad a little. But in general they're very, very nice.
Okay. Another question is there any possibility to go to Brazil with the global talent? Brazil is currently not partner for global talent, but it is possible to find their internships, and it's up to agreement with committee that you will go with. But for example, for global talent in South America, the biggest partner of us is Colombia. So maybe you can switch it. But again, in Brazil, there's a lot of internships, but currently it's not country partner. Another question is connected. Which countries are partners? Are you sending EPs into other countries also? What does country partner mean? It's a country that we have long cooperation with, that we really know what kind of internships they are providing, and we know how quality they are. We know how the ISEC works there, how the culture is working, so we can really prepare you well. That's why we have chosen those countries. In Global Talent, it is Norway, Germany, Belgium, Hungary, Colombia, Peru, Poland, and Romania. Those are main country partners for Global Talent. For Global Citizen, it's Colombia and Brazil. In South America, then we have Egypt, then we have Turkey, Romania, Russia, Norway, and then in the end in Asia we have Sri Lanka, Indonesia, and Taiwan. So those are the countries that we have the biggest cooperations with, and with agreement with the local committee that you will go with, you can negotiate if you can go to other countries. Okay, another question. What are the topics of interns you both were teaching? Are there also any technical possibilities? I'm sorry, I do not understand question properly. But if it's meaning that you are not teaching just the language, but that you are teaching some technical subjects, there are internships like this, but really, really few, and it's hard to find them. So if the question is like this, yes, you can find internships, but it's really hard. If the answer was meant in different way, please write us different questions or in different words. Next question. What do you offer to absolvents of business economics? Okay, in the beginning we said that the main fields of work is marketing. As I said, also finance. You can find also internships in HR, in human resources. So the variety in for absolvents of business economics are quite diverse. But the main one are marketing. You can imagine creating campaigns. You can imagine sales, everything what is connected with marketing. Okay, next question. If I want to join ISEC, do I need any special English certificates or do I need good results at schools? If you mean to join ISEC for internship, we have a meeting that is led partly in English, so we will see what is your English level about. We do not require certificates. It is just advantage for you that if you can prove that you have certain level of English, you don't need to pass any tests, and you have also advantage against the competitors that will be applying for the internships that you will want. If you want to join ISEC as organization and be as member, again, it's part of the selection process in the beginning, and from my own experience, B1 or B2 is appropriate level of English. And for this, to follow it for internships in Global Citizen, again, B1 or B2 is appropriate. For Global Talent, it depends on the job description, but B2 or C1 is appropriate. Another question. Is it possible to take part in internships more than once? Yes, it is. This possibility exists. The only limitation in number of internships you can take is that in total, it can't exceed 3 years. So if you can imagine that you will go on Global Citizen in row, you can have, well, you can have 9 internships per year in row for 3 years. So you can go on 27 internships in total, for example, or you can go for 3 1-year long internships in Global Talent, for example. Okay, another question. Is there any possibility to go to Argentina with ISEC? Yes, in Argentina there is ISEC, but again, this country is not country partner, and it's up to agreement with local committee that you will go with. Why did you decide to go to the countries you went to? I was deciding according to possibilities that were in the time, because I have decided to go on internship really late. It was in beginning of June, and there were not that many possibilities at the time, and I was limited by money, so I needed to go to Europe. And originally I wanted to go to Romania because of the mountains, and then I just found internship, very similar one in Bulgaria, so I applied there, and they let me know that I was accepted in 2 days, and I went there.
And about me, why Indonesia? As I said already, I really wanted to go somewhere far away from Czech Republic, and I wanted to go to Asia because I wanted to taste the culture, let's say, of Asian countries. and I was deciding between India and Indonesia because these countries offer a lot of summer internships, and I like the JD of teaching. And why Indonesia won? Indonesia won because of the accommodation in families. Because I really wanted to, let's say, experience how people are living there. And India at the time was not offering accommodation in families. So it's for me.
Okay, another question. Why don't you provide accommodation in Sri Lanka? Do you have to pay it on your own? Accommodation is provided in the way that they will show you where you can live. But because ISEC in Sri Lanka, it's quite, let's say, poor organization. They are not able to find the right amount of partners to support them, and interns needs to pay. We are giving this information in advance, so every intern knows that accommodation is paid there. But you will be provided with the place where you can stay, but you will need to pay it. Okay, another question. Do you plan next internship with ISEC?
About me, yes, actually I am planning because right now, as I said, I'm finishing my university. So before I will jump into, let's say, working life, I would like to go abroad. So I would like to go to Global Talent. It means I would like to go to company somewhere. I don't know where actually, but somewhere.
Okay, for me, I'm still not sure. I want to finish my work here in ISEC, and then I want to finish my studies back in Brno. And I do not have that plans, or I don't have plans for that far future. Okay, how is it with IT internships after graduation from university, especially internships in Germany? For this, only rule about the graduates is that you need to be maximum 2 years after successful graduation, and you need to be under 30, and you don't need to have any exact experience in the field, and then you can find internships in Germany. Okay, another question. How long can be the probably internship? It is from 6 weeks till 1.5 years. For GCDP, the most common length is 6 for global citizens. Sorry, the most common length is from 6 to 8 weeks. For global talent, it's from 3 to 18 months. Okay, how long can you travel after the internship? This is really connected with the country where you are traveling, and it's connected with the visas. If you need to have visas for that country, you need to count with the time that you are given. So for example, in Taiwan, you can be without visas for 90 days. So if your internship will take 7 weeks, then you can travel another 5 weeks without any limitations. But if you will be in country where you are really limited by some days, you need to count with this. But internship as such, it is time bounded. So you have 7 weeks, or you have 3 months, you have 1.5 years, and then you are traveling on your own responsibility. Is it possible to want a job only from countries from West Europe? Yes, it is possible, but you need to count that for internships in Western Europe, mainly in Germany, because it's our country partner, the competition is really high. So you need to count that for one position will apply more people, and you need to be skilled for this. Another question. Is it possible to go to internship as a couple? Well, it depends on what kind. Global talent, it's, I would say, almost impossible, or I haven't met this case that it happened. In global citizen, if you will go to big country or big ISEC country, for example, Taiwan or Indonesia, which are our long-term partners, you will need to have really individual approach with the local committee that they will go with from Czech Republic, and they can somehow manage it. But probability is definitely not 100%.
If I may to add to this something, for example, if you would like to go as a couple to Indonesia, you have to be aware of the culture fit. For example, they would never ever let you in the same room, like to sleep in the same room, because these culture fits are really strong there. So you have to be really wise during choosing the country where you would like to go as a couple. Just from my side.
Okay. How much money did you spend for your internship? Okay, for me, in total, I spent around 15,000 crowns. And it was a bit higher because I was buying the ticket on the last time, and I could find the cheaper way. So I paid 5,000 crowns just for train from Czech Republic to Sofia, and it could be even a little bit cheaper.
And about Indonesia, I spent I think about 35,000, like 35,000. But the biggest number was the plane ticket. It was like 21,000, and about I think 7 or 6,000 for the vaccination. So the let's say the internship itself in the country was very cheap, but to get there actually it's kind of expensive because it's far away.
Mhm. Yeah, for me it was really the same. I had provided transportation there, like the public transportation, and I was paying just food, and it was quite cheap. It was around 20 crowns per main meal in the student canteen, so it was really fine. Okay, does anybody get an internship, or is the process selective? Okay, it is possibility that, or how it works, that you are applying for internships, and it's possibility that you will not get the internship that you want because you need to compete with the others. Uh, Also, it depends on your expectation, and you will be warned that, for example, as I said, in Western Europe, there is big competition and not that many internships. So you need to be aware that yeah, you don't need to find internship in this way. If you will want to go to Asia or to South America, there is no problem to find any internship. Is there any concrete time to do global internship? I mean, if I can choose when I would like to go there. For global talent, uh, internships are starting all around the year, so you can apply whenever you want. But there are some, let's say, peaks. It's during January and February, and then in June, July.
And then again in November.
Yeah, and then in November. It's connected with it's a lot connected with the timeline of the school because people are finishing their exam at the time they are graduating, and after that they are able to go. So companies are adjusting to this. In Global Citizen, the biggest peak of internships and where you can really find the most of them, they are starting in the end of June and beginning of July, and then during Christmas and during January. So again, it's connected with the schedule of the schools. When people have the most free time, there are also internships.
No more questions.
Okay, it seems that we have answered all the questions, or there is one more.
Some
Okay.
tips for future.
Could you guys share some tips for future applicants? Well, from my side, when you will go there, make somehow clear for yourself what do you want to do there, where do you want to go, so you can really answer the questions of members of ISEC, because they will ask you what are you expecting from the internship, why do you want to go there. So be ready for this kind of questions, and be ready that you will not find that many possibilities in Western Europe, but you will find a lot of opportunities in Asia, Africa, and South America, and it's much more better than Europe.
And my tips will be mainly about the internship itself. Like when you go there, be really open, you know, to speak to many people as you can and really share as much as you can. Because by this way you can learn a lot about yourself and you can teach people a lot. And maybe about the things before the internship, if you want to go to really far away countries, be aware that vaccination takes a lot of time. Because in my case, I didn't have time to do one vaccination. It's against when the dog bites you, the
Steklina.
Steklina. I was so scared that some dog will bite me there, I will get Steklina. So really take enough time for this. It's important.
Okay, and what Petya just mentioned, especially in case of global citizen, it's really great to decide right now because the partners are now or in next few weeks and months they will place offers of internships for summer into the database. So if you want to catch the best possible internships in the right time, uh, apply now, and also you will have a lot of time to solve visas, to solve these vaccinations, as Petya said, and to be really ready. You will have plenty of time and no stress during exam time, so it's just advantage for you. We will just check if there is one more question. Okay, can you repeat again country members for global talent? Okay, I can. It's Norway, it's Germany, Belgium, Hungary, Colombia, Peru, Poland, and Romania. Okay, and it seems that we have really answered now all the questions. So we have here a little follow-up for you. Really, first wave of applications for internships are this Saturday in the midnight. By this application that you will fill on nastage.cz, you will get in contact with the local committee that you want to go with. They will invite you for a meeting where they will show you again all the data that you want to see. They will show you how the database is working. They will show you what are the current opportunities there. They will show you how the contract look like, how is the legal process, how they can support you during the whole process. So yeah, if you are really interested in going for internship for summer or during spring, uh, put your applications on nastage.cz now. So we have really the best position for applying for internships. Okay, we will just again check the questions. There are none. We want to thank you that you attended this webinar. For us, it was the first time that we have made such a thing. It was a great experience for us. We hope that we answered all your questions that are needed, and we hope that someday we will read about your stories from abroad, how you enjoyed being global citizens or being global talents, how these internships helped you in the way how you are understanding different cultures or how you are using your skills that you have learned in school. So thank you very much for your time and see you later.
Bye bye.